Hi, it's Johnny, and tonight I'm going to do Wonderful Counselor by Whitney Houston. I think this has also got CISSY Houston and her brother Gary. It's a live performance, I'm not quite sure where. So let's do that. I've just reacted to You Give Good Love from the Soul Train Awards in 1987. That was great, love that one. That great song from her first album, so that was a really nice version of that. That's over on Patreon, but let's get to this one, a bit of gospel. I've never seen a brother before.
Child is born unto us, a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called
Great voice.
Wonderful Counselor, Almighty God, the everlasting Father.
This is going to go upbeat soon, isn't it?
Prince of Peace, you are wonderful.
Awesome, awesome.
Counselor, Prince of Peace, you are.
It's a toe tapper.
Prince of Peace, you are. Wonderful Counselor, Prince of Peace, you are. Prince of Peace, you are. Prince of Peace, you are. Prince of Peace.
Love this song.
Unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given. And the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Almighty God, the everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, you are. Wonderful Counselor.
The crowd is slowly getting into it. Slowly, come on. We need everyone. This is wonderful. Is this what you call three-part harmony? I won't be able to analyse or break this down at the end, but I'm here to enjoy. If this audience aren't on their feet by the end of this, then there's something wrong.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Counselor. Oh yeah, oh yes it is. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Counselor. Wonderful,
Cher.
wonderful Counselor.
I don't recognise them.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Counselor. Wonderful Counselor. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Counselor. He's a mighty, 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 mighty. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Counselor. Yes, he is, mighty Counselor. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Counselor. Yes, he is. Prince of Peace, you are.
Yeah, that was a blast. I mean, I like every gospel song I've ever heard, to be honest, but the upbeat ones are there to create joy, and that did that. I love spotting all the famous faces in the crowd, but on a slightly serious note, one of the comments I read on the YouTube video said that this was a very key performance for her because she'd been shunned a bit by the black community before that. Obviously, not by the whole black community, but there must have been an element of that. I'm sure some of you have told me that too. So maybe this performance was one of her first ones doing gospel like on TV. I mean, I'm sure her true fans knew what her roots were. You know, she grew up singing in church and all the history and all that, but maybe the casual fan, you know, just heard her on the radio, watched her on TV, thought she sounded like a white pop star. So with that in mind, I quite like seeing all the famous faces in the crowd and imagining them thinking like, oh, she sings gospel. We didn't know that, we just thought she was a pop star. There was a lady about halfway through that looked bored out of her mind, so I'm going to find her and hopefully you can tell me who she is. Cher looking awesome. Three-part harmony, probably like no one else can do it. I have to hear that again. And then he's given it some as well. Before we get into the famous people, I just need to shout out Gary there because I've done a lot of Whitney on the channel. I've done about 3 or 4 that have got CISSY Houston in. I've never seen Gary Houston sing before. And obviously, it's a family thing. The way they sing together, you can't teach that. But yeah, I loved his voice. And the way they sing the separate parts and the way it intertwines and they've got different tones and different melodies and riffs that they're all doing. Like I said, I can't break it down, but I can recognise talent and that was just incredible.
Yes, he is. Prince of
This bit was great. CISSY bringing it back up again. Just pure acapella. Who's she? Who's she? Okay, so I feel like I should know her name. I recognise her, but I don't know who she is. And then this lady here. Maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe I'm being unfair and of course her in a bad light, but at least she was clapping. Great song, really nice upbeat one. Nice to see a bit more of the Houston family. And if that was one of her first widely seen gospel performances, what a great one to go with. I thought they all played their part amazingly well. You couldn't take any of them out. That needs those 3 pillars. That was just incredible. You can't teach that chemistry and you can't replicate it. What a joy. Are there any more singing members of the Houston family? If there are, tell me. If there's any more good duets, anyone else I need to be listening to, I'll definitely do that. Thanks for watching. Head over to Patreon if you want to see the Soul Train performance and see you soon. Bye.